Satnam. Good morning, everybody. Nice to see you. Good morning. All right, let's tune in. So let's just take a comfortable seat. Sit up nice and tall. Lift your shoulders up to the ears. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, relax the shoulders, but keep the crown of the head lengthening up towards the sky. Feel the sitting bones rooting down into the earth, and just establish this vertical alignment. Base of the body releasing with gravity, just magnetizing towards the core of the earth. Crown of the head gently lengthening, opening towards the cosmos above us. And just notice here at the start of the practice, just whatever's present for you. What are you aware of? What's alive in this moment? Check in with your physical body. Notice your energy level this morning. The quality of your mind, your emotions. Just becoming that neutral observer, the witness to your experience. Just check in, notice where you could bring a little more compassion or acceptance, understanding, love. And rub your palms together. We'll tune in Om Namo Gurudev Namo, and we connect with our inner wisdom teacher. Palms pressed together at the center of the chest, plug into the sternum. Roll the gaze up towards the third eye point, and as you chant the mantra, just really feel the reverberation, the vibration in the conch shell of your skull. Take a full breath in first. Complete breath out. And inhale to tune in. Gurudev Namo. Om. Gurudev Namo. Om. Gurudev Namo. Inhale. Suspend, lift up on the root log, roll the gaze up, press the palms. Hold the posture, exhale the breath. Now we'll put the protection around ourselves and around this space. Inhale. Adgade Name, Jugadgade Name, Satgade Name, Siddhi Gurudeve Name, Adgade Name, Jugadgade Name, Satgade Name, Siddhi Gurudeve Name, Adgade Name, Jugadgade Name, Satgade Name, Siddhi Gurudeve Name. Inhale. Suspend and just feel, imagine yourself full of a crystalline white light, just purifying, baptizing every cell, and then just radiate it out and become your light body completely. Good, exhale, and just relax. Okay, Satnam. So welcome. We are in the middle of this series that we've been doing this month on creativity. And this week, I want us to explore, really, we can't have a conversation around creativity unless we're also including what we might call the obstacles to creativity, or more specifically, the oppositional forces that we will encounter as we are walking the path of creativity or creative living, right? And probably, well, usually always the greatest obstacles are within our own minds, within our own beings, yeah? And what I would call probably the most challenging aspect to our creativity is the inner critic. Yeah? Can anybody relate to that? Yes, 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 yes. We're all saying yes, yes, yes. Right? It is the most challenging aspect of each of our psyches, right? We all kind of have it woven in there. And one of my beloved teachers, my spiritual mother, Dr. Clarissa Pinkola Estes, she actually refers to it as a committee. She says it's the committee of apes, right? It's like the noise, right, within our own being that is attempting to distract and divert us from living our authentic soul path, right? It's a part of the process. You can expect that as you are seeking to bring forth particular gifts or works of art to share, or just becoming your full, whole, true self, you will encounter what I call these threshold guardians. And she tells this wonderful story. She's a storyteller. She offers medicine through story. It's one of the ways she heals. Very, very powerful. So I wanted to share this little story with you today. It's short and sweet and to the point. And it's called The Imprisoned Rabbi. And the story goes, there's a rabbi, this great spiritual teacher, and he is imprisoned wrongly. He's put into prison. And he's in there for months and months and months. And one night he just starts praying to his students. He says, please come and get me out of here. Please come and get me. Well, the students receive that, prayer, and they go, okay, we need to go rescue him. We need to go to get him from the prison. So they rally themselves, they get to the prison, and they find this huge barbed wire fence around it. So they go home. So the next night he prays and he says, what happened? Why didn't you come for me? Please come and take me out of here. And so again, they say, okay, we've got to do this. So they make their way through the dark forest at night, and they get to the prison. The barbed wire fence is there, and there's a guard there. And they feel completely intimidated, so they go back and say, we just can't do it. I can't do it. We can't do it. So again, he prays, my students, please come get me out of this place. I am not meant to be here. Come and free me. So they come a third night, and they get there. There's the barbed wire fence, and now 2 guards. And again, they retreat, right? They go back. And he says, right, to them, right, how few obstacles are necessary. How few obstacles are going to be necessary for you to actually be able to come and take me out of here, right? So same goes for us, right? How few obstacles are we going to need in order to liberate our own inner teacher, right? And in Kundalini, we call it the Guru Dev, right? That inner wisdom teacher. It's your creative self, your true, authentic creative self. That this is a recovery program, right? For us to be able to reconnect and recover this creative self. And you better believe that along the way, we are going to meet those, what I call them, those threshold guardians. It's fear in some way, shape, or form that's going to do everything in its power to prevent us from doing that. We're all familiar with this, right? There's the kind of the programs of unworthiness and shame, and maybe it's perfectionism or procrastination, right? We all kind of have our own flavor, and it's important that you know what yours is. It's important that you know and you're able to articulate and identify what it is, because only then, right, will you be able to take the steps to overcome it. And this practice of Kundalini Yoga is a technology that is, I have not found anything more effective and efficient in helping us to move through those blocks, through those obstacles. This is a very powerful technology to do that. Why? Because we're cleaning the subconscious mind. And 95% of our behavior in the world is actually not coming from the conscious intention. It's being motivated by the unconscious mind. It's a program. These are programs that, again, most of the time we're not even aware of what's operating inside of us that's preventing us from living our liberated, creative life. Right? So what we're doing here is the work to clear those obstacles and blocks. So that's the kind of practice that we're going to do today. And the other thing that I want to say about this is that it's like the more that we can liberate that creative essence, that essence of who we are, the happier and the more fulfilled we're going to be, right? And it's not just through our work, right, or what we produce that's going to make the impact potentially, but it's by our example. Us being in this creative process is an example to others, right, of what is possible, right? Because when we're engaged in this creative process, as we talked about in the weeks past, we are connected to something much bigger than ourselves. We're connected to the infinite. Yeah? We're connected to the infinite. And so Guru Nanak in the Japji, which is this beautiful prayer that he channeled, right, for us as sort of a path to guide us on towards liberation. He says at the end of Japji, he says, every time that any one of us remembers the infinite, anytime just one of us remembers the infinite, countless souls benefit. Countless other souls are liberated. And when I really let that kind of sink into my being, and I relate it to my desire to live a creative life, I think every time that I choose to follow my creative inspiration or prompting, and I move through the obstacles, right? I'm serving other people, right? Because I think about how many people in this world do not have the freedom to create that we do sitting right here. They can't even speak words that they want to speak. They can't sing the songs that they're called to sing, or paint the paintings that they're here to paint, or even dance the dance that they want to dance. There are many people in the world that do not have that kind of freedom that we do. So I ask myself, who am I to not bring this forth? Maybe by me bringing forth this little work of art in some way, right? It's benefiting countless others. So I'd like to just invite us to hold that as an intention here today too, that we do this not just for ourselves, but for in service to the planet. Okay, so let's move a little bit. Let's get into the body. So bring your hands onto your knees, and we're going to supi grind first to the left. So you're going to come forward, around to the left, and back. And you're just going to start nice, deep breaths. And we're so blessed to have these practices, right? To be able to help us with more ease and grace, dissolve the blocks, dissolve the obstacles. Just kind of sense that spiraling of the energy here from the base of the spine all the way up through the crown, just kind of clearing each of the chakras. Anything maybe that you've accumulated in the last 24 hours that's not of service anymore, just kind of letting it move out of the field. You can even visualize or sense it just getting spun right out of your orbit. Good, now turn the other way to the right. Breathe deeply, and as you inhale, you're just going to mentally vibrate the mantra Sat. Exhale, Nam. Truth is my identity. And if you prefer English, we have English mantras in Kundalini. You can also use the mantra I am. Or there's another mantra that I recently learned that was given as well, that I'm starting to kind of weave in and experiment with, and it's the mantra I am me. I am me. Good, and then inhale to center. Suspend the breath, squeeze the root, and exhale. Good, keep the right heel in. Let's just take the left leg out to the left. If you can grab the big toe or just take hold of the shin or ankle. Right arm comes up. This is the inhale. As you exhale, fold down over the left leg. Good. Inhale up, exhale down. Just move at a pace that feels good. We have a full moon coming up this week too, so this is a really good time. Full moons are going to often illuminate the shadow, right? Illuminate the part of us that maybe we don't always and often see with the ordinary conscious mind. So just stay attuned, right? In the rest of the week as we move towards Saturday, like stay attuned. Look, notice what comes up as best you can. Just kind of maintain neutrality and go, oh, this is part of the process, right? This is coming up for me to witness so that it can be released. Good. Inhale, reach up to the right arm. Exhale, relax and switch. Left heel in, right leg long. Left arm up, inhale, and then exhale over the right leg. We feel that building of energy as we move towards a full moon. If you're energetically sensitive, you'll really feel it. It can sometimes feel quite intense, right? So part of what Kundalini helps us to do is to be with that kind of tension, right? And to develop our strength, our nervous system strength, to meet the pressure, to meet the intensity. With awareness, again, with compassion, with love. Inhale, reach the arm up. And exhale. Good. Rise back up. Let's do the aura charge. Just really kind of clear out the energy field. So fingers into the pads of the hands, thumbs out, and breath of fire. Eyes are closed, third eye gaze. If you're on your cycle or pregnant, you can just do the long, deep breath. Mentally vibrate Satnam, Satnam, Satnam as your breath moves. Just kind of keep going. Scan your psyche, scan your body, scan your field for just where you need to kind of put the mantra to purify, or strengthen, or fortify you in some way. You can stay with it. Try to keep the arms at 60 degrees, no bend in the elbows, shoulders relaxed away from the ears. See if you can just move past the threshold of discomfort on the strength of your breath, the mantra, the group energy. Good, keep going. Last little bit. Imagine you could look up through a window at the crown of the head and see that arc of pure white crystalline light connecting your thumb tips. See what else is there for you. Get a deep breath in without looking. Magnetize your thumb tips to touch. Stretch the fingers up. Squeeze the root lock. Press the underside of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Reach. Turn the palms out as you exhale. Just sweep through your auric field. Just feel an even distribution of that beautiful white crystalline light. Bless you. Connect your fingers to the earth and really kind of ground in. Let your electromagnetic field merge with the electromagnetic field of Gaia. Just receiving the gift of your own radiance for another couple of breaths. Breath in. And exhale, we'll come around to hands and knees, cat and cow. Knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders. The heels are together. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, really stretch through the front of the spine, and then exhale, round in, drop the head. Inhaling, arching, exhale. Eyes are closed and just maintain that focus at the third eye point. Be sincere about it, really kind of looking up and in. Finding a pace here that feels good for you, and deepen the breath. Just connecting into that pranic force with the breath. With every inhale, you're drawing in, bringing in that rejuvenating energy, fresh vitality, nourishment. And with every exhale, it's the eliminating force of prana, releasing anything that feels kind of dense, stagnant, negative, low vibe. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. Once the spine feels a little warmer, maybe you can just move a little more quickly. Getting that cerebrospinal fluid to glide up and down the spinal column. Good, yeah. About 30 seconds more. Just see if you can really put more heart, more soul into it. Yeah, we want to feel this is really not just, we're not going through motions, right? It takes a certain refinement of awareness to really put our whole heart and soul into it. Yeah, just to really give it our very, very best. Many of us have habituated to just kind of a mediocre, like getting by, right? That's not what I want for any of us, for myself or for you. It's not what we're here for. We're here to really refine ourselves and see what's possible through that refinement. Good. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, really stretch and project from the third eye, light. And then exhale, round the spine. Really try to make your belly button touch your spine. Hold the breath out and squeeze the root. And then inhale to neutral. Exhale, hips to heels, palms together. Guru Pranam, just a few breaths. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam at your third eye point. Good, and then bring yourself onto your back. All the way onto the back, legs are long. And then bring both legs up 90 degrees, arms are by the sides, palms facing down, both legs up. Good, and you can choose here, either single or double leg lift. So inhale, exhale, one leg down, inhale up, exhale the other. Or both legs, it's up to you. Moving on the breath. Good, inhale both legs up to 90, suspend the breath, squeeze the root lock, that's rectum, sex organ, navel, up and in, navel towards the spine. Good, exhale, relax the legs down, take a couple breaths. Deep breaths. Good, and now we're just going to do 1 minute of stretch pose. So you'll bring the feet together. Legs are stretched long. You're going to lift legs and feet 6 inches. Lift head and shoulders, look past the toes, breath of fire. Good, if you need to modify, you can just lower one heel and alternate, or you can have your hands under your butt. Good, really pump the navel with the breath, really activate Manipura, We're going to be setting the navel point here in just a moment. Inhale, suspend the breath, pull the navel to the spine, squeeze the root, hold the posture, exhale, inhale, and then exhale and relax. Good, very deep breaths. Just let the energy circulate freely. Bless you. Okay, you're just going to kind of go with me on this one. So we're going to, for 1 minute, you're going to belly laugh. From your belly, laugh.
Oh, oh, oh.
Inhale, deep breath, and exhale. Good, nice deep breaths. And then draw the knees into the chest, give them a squeeze, and rock and roll on your spine. And then rock yourself up, and we're just gonna do 26 frogs here next, okay? And then we're gonna move into our Kriya. So you're gonna bring heels together, toes are out. You're gonna come onto the finger pads here. We inhale the legs straight, drop the head. Exhale, lower and lift the head. And you're just gonna count yourself 26. Inhale, lift up, exhale, down. If you need to modify, just come to stand and do little squats. Powerful breath. When you've done your 26, just fold over your straight legs. Last 3 for all of us. Good, and then just straighten the legs, parallel the feet, fold over, just grab the opposite elbows, let yourself hang. Let's roll up. And just kind of shake it out a little bit. Any excess energy, shake it off. Good, inhale, reach up, stretch. And exhale, relax. Good, take a seat. All right, so for this Kriya, I want us all to just take a moment, close your eyes, check in with yourself and go, okay, what would I call as one of my biggest obstacles to living in connection with and from my true, authentic, creative self? What's the first thing that comes for you? Does everybody have something? You don't have to share it, but everybody has something? Yeah, all right, good. So you're gonna put this into this Kriya today, okay? This is a Kriya specifically to move us past the block, okay? Past the threshold guardian. Take a couple breaths. You need to have a little sip of water, you can. All right, so the first exercise, you're gonna bring the hands up like this. So you want the elbows kind of near the rib cage. The hands are gonna start out in front of the shoulders with the fingers spread. And then we're gonna be twisting the wrists in, leading with the thumb and creating a fist, right? So it's out, in, twisting from the wrist, okay? And then you're going to be making an O-shaped mouth and it's breath of fire. Okay, go ahead and begin. Eyes are closed to just kind of let you really get into it. Powerful breath. Sorry, look at the tip of the nose, tip of the nose. Stay with it. Powerful breath of fire through the O-shaped mouth. Feel the navel moving with the breath. Eyes at the tip of the nose. Twisting the hands out and in, out and in. Generating healing in the body. Don't stop. Don't stop. Keep up. Keep up. You can do it. Okay, you can do it. It's 30 seconds. Inhale. Suspend the breath. Make the hands into fists. Get every muscle tight, tight, tight. Squeeze. Cannon breath out. Again, deep breath in. Squeeze the fist, squeeze the spine, squeeze every muscle fiber, squeeze, really kind of rinse out the cortisol, the stress hormones that keep us caught in that fight, flight, freeze, pause, squeeze, and then let it go. Last time, deep breath in. Squeeze and just synchronize every part of you. Exhale. Sit quietly, sit for a moment and just allow for the integration of that exercise. Just meditate. Focus on any mantra, the mantra of your choice. All right, so the second exercise, you're going to have the palms open like this, and you're going to imagine alternating, like you're pushing, literally feel the force of you're pushing away from you. You push, push, push through the heel of your hand, okay? Push, extending the arm completely as you push. Again, breath and fire through the mouth. Focus at the tip of the nose. You're working out the blocks here, like you're just pushing them away. This is an exercise to really kind of push through, okay? Give it your all, give it your best. Remember why, right? We're doing this. What is that challenge, that pattern, right? It's a subconscious pattern that's keeping you, it's the same pattern that's keeping you in many, many ways from actualizing your dreams, your deepest heart's desires. Ultimately, it's keeping all of us from just being truly who we are. This is called Kriya to conquer one's imagined disabilities, because everything that we consider to be a disability is in fact of our own imagination. It is not real. It's a program. It is not personal. It's a pattern. It is not personal. It is not probably even yours to begin with. But thank you, because you are being the one to break the cycle here. 7 generations behind you, 7 generations before you. Thank you. Less than a minute now. Good. Inhale, you're going to pull back one hand, push forward with the other, suspend the breath, push with all of your force, holding the breath. Exhale, switch. Inhale, push the opposite arm out, push, suspend the breath, push. And just through your third eye, see the obstacles dissolve. Satnam. Exhale, one more time. Inhale, the opposite arm. Push. Feel your power. Less force, more power. You got it. Exhale. Relax and just sit. Couple deep breaths. And now really feel your power. It's not what you think it is it? So really connect into it. Feel yourself held in the seat of your true power. Breathe it all the way into the belly, into the roots. Well done. Okay, one last exercise. Amazing. I'm loving what it's doing for us here. So, or what it's doing for me that I feel like it's doing for us, right? So this is all your experience, right? It's like, what is my experience in here? It's going to be different for all of us. So really experience this. Last exercise. Okay, so the arms are open, the elbows are slightly bent, fingers are going to be spread open. The hands, you want a little cup of your hands. Fingers open, little cup of the hands, right? And we're going to be moving in backwards circles here, okay? Like we're generating the energy of the heart center now, right? All of that energy of the heart. Oh, now breath of fire. You can close the eyes if you like here and just let yourself get into it. Good, use your power, keep going. Satnam, 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 on the breath. Ten seconds. Good, inhale, stick out your tongue to maximum and hold the breath. Tense your whole body tight. Exhale. Again, inhale. Stick your tongue out as far as you can. Tense every fiber. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Stretch the tongue. Exhale. Good, and just sit for a few moments. Just notice, what are you aware of? Staying present to your experience without imposing on it. Just observe. Crystallize your presence, your awareness. Really receive the light of your higher self more fully here into your body. Beautiful. All right, let's take a little rest. So go ahead and come on to your back. Just really let everything relax now and deeply just receive the blessing of that kriya, that practice. Just letting go, letting God now. Start to gently deepen. Slow movement back into the fingers and the toes. Circle out the ankles and the wrists. And the stretch. Bring the knees in. Give them a squeeze. Rubbing the soles of the feet, palms of the hands. And then bring one knee in and the opposite leg long and twist. Twist the knee to the opposite side of the body. And then switch, take the opposite knee in, twist. As you're ready, just rock and roll on the spine. Or roll to your side and press yourself up. So there's just two more short yoga kundalini meditation practices I want to do. One short meditation and a mantra practice, and then we're going to do a little journaling, okay? So this is a meditation that I do every day. It's one that I recommend to every person that I encounter because it's very, very effective at helping us to kind of demagnetize. You can think of thoughts as magnetic, right? It's like what we think about habitually and repetitively is what we're going to see, and it's going to be reinforced in our experience, right? It's what we're going to attract essentially. So this is a very powerful meditation for kind of demagnetizing those unhelpful patterns, okay? Because we end up becoming addicted to them unconsciously. So this is a meditation to heal addictive patterns of any sort, right? So you're going to, similar to the ego eradicator pose, you're going to bring the fingers into the pads of the hands. You're going to take your thumbs to the temples. Yeah, we want to sit tall. The elbows kind of come forward. The eyes are going to close, but you're mentally vibrating the mantra Sa, Ta, Na, Ma as you gently squeeze and release your back molars. Okay, so it's a little squeeze, release with Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Okay, we're doing 3 minutes. You'll feel a little movement underneath the thumbs. Just let the breath deepen and regulate. Pulsing the mantra of the third eye. Stay with it. Let whatever comes up just kind of come up and out. Just keep focusing on the mantra and the squeeze and release of the bow molars. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Just a couple breaths. Just kind of feel the space that's opened up in you, around you. And I want to give you one more practice here. I love this, right? We can take these just 3 minutes simple things and they can be very effective, right? So when we are encountering, for example, I love that Kriya. That's a Kriya. It's a 3 exercise Kriya that when I am up against the obstacle, I know now, just get to that Kriya and move the energy, right? So that I can move past the block. This is another actually simpler technique that works too, and it's a mantra for opening up blockages. Specifically, I'll just read to you a little bit about what Yogi Bhajan said about it. He said, now suppose something happens in your life which you want to move and it's not moving. There's a block which you want to move and it's not movable. Then chant, Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Habe Sach, Nanak Hosibe Sach. It's a lever. It's a lever. It's the biggest lever available to you among the mantras. And he says more about it, but I'm not going to read you everything because this is the beautiful thing. We don't have to know how it works. You just apply it in your life and try and see if it works for you. Okay. So we're just going to chant this mantra. And again, you're maybe just learning it, just kind of move the mouth and you'll get it as you go. And I'm not going to give you a translation because sometimes we can get caught in our head in the translation. Just feel the vibration instead. Okay, we're going to do just 1 minute. It says about this, all that is stopped shall move. Okay, so hands in Gyam Mudra, sit up tall. Eyes can be focused at the third eye. Inhale. Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Have Sach, Nanak Hosibe Sach, Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Have Sach, Nanak Hosive Sach, Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Have Sach, Nanak Hosive Sach, Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Have Sach, Nanak Hosive Sach, Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Have Sach, Nanak Hosive Sach, Ad Sach, Jugad Sach, Have Sach, Nanak Hosive Sach. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, let's bring it to the journal. So go ahead and get your journal or your pen and your paper. I have a few prompts for us, and it's just kind of first thought, best thought, so you're not overthinking it. Just trust what comes through for you. I had a lot of prompts today. Let's see what feels good. All right, let's start with this one. What am I willing to sacrifice in order to have the life that I truly desire? There's always going to be something that needs to be sacrificed. Yeah. So what comes to you? Oh, do you need a pen and paper? Do you want a journal?
I just bring my journals in here. I forgot.
What needs to be sacrificed so that I can live, so I can have the life that I truly desire? Okay, just another couple moments, wrap that up. Remember, you can always come back to these, and I encourage you to, like meditate on these and stay in conversation. What we're doing here, right? We're creating a conversation between us, right? Our human awareness and our higher consciousness, higher self. That's what this is meant to do, to start to open up those channels, that pathway. All right, because one of the assumptions that we start with in Kundalini, you have all of the answers for you, for your questions, for what you're seeking, what you're wanting, what you're needing in your life. You are the answer. You're the question, and you have the answer. And where there's a question, the answer always exists on the same spectrum. Where there's a problem, there's a solution. There's a prayer, there's an answer. Always on the same spectrum. Okay, so you're the answer. All right, second prompt of the day. You've successfully made it past the obstacles to free the inner teacher, the inner rabbi. Yeah, you've successfully made it past. Describe in as much detail how you did it. What did it require of you? How did you get past the barbed wire and the guards? of your own inner oppositional forces. Okay, let's wrap that one up. And this is last one is a question. I want you to go direct to your higher self, right? To ask for the answer. So you may have to pause for a moment just to listen. What is one thing? Okay, it's just you're picking one thing. One thing that if I did it every day, I could be 10 times more creatively or authentically fulfilled. One thing that could make me 10 times more creatively or authentically fulfilled. Maybe these answers come in pictures too. Sometimes they can come in images or symbols, pictures. Just stay open to whatever you get. All right, everybody. Great. So your homework is to just keep engaging with those things and maybe that one thing, right? Just for the next week, starting to implement in some way, whatever that is for you, that wisdom, that guidance. Okay, we're going to close the practice for now with a round of the Longtime Sun. We'll sing it, just kind of sending a prayer out. If there's somebody in particular that in your life that maybe needs the energy, just blessing them with the prayer, and we'll do 3 long Satnams. So bring the palms together. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Sa 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 Namaste. Thank you so much, everybody. So please be very sweet to yourself today. Drink a lot of water. Maybe try to get your feet on the earth.